seen the Eagles, so singing with the sound of night. Good versus evil, which one of you? Evil versus good, what should you do? Evil versus good, what can you say? Good versus evil, what are you today? Today it's all good. I woke up in my hood. I'm walking down the street and I'm up to all good. I picked up a cat out of a tree and I helped the old lady cross in the street, baby. I picked up some kids when they were just lost. Don't you see that I'm par for the course? I'm not heading north, east, south, or west. And where I'm going is the E on my chest. I am the best and I'm a polite, ill, nice fella. An ill gentleman and I rock a V-neck sweater. Yeah, I can do it all right. You dropped $100. Here it is, all right. I don't rob or steal. You know I won't squeal. I keep it so real. I really know the deal. I don't even gamble. You know I like to scramble, but don't you see a roar? Like my name was Cunningham. I'm bringing back the people, man. What are you? Evil versus good. What should you do? Evil versus good. What can you say? Good versus evil. What are you today? I woke up this morning coming out of dream. Looks like I had some blood on my jeans. What did I kill last night? You know I'm out of sight. I'm ready to take flight. I got ill plans and I'm so corrupt. And I want you to see it's not no syrup. Straight blood, true blood, straight blood. Understand, you know it's like a scud. Missile, I'll dish you, dismiss you. I'ma rip through your bone and gristle and chew on your tissue. Take your heart and throw it in the sky. Tell your mother and your babies why you had to die. Cause you lied on the microphone. I'm a lyrical killer and I'm straight to your dome. It's more than just bullets, I'm causing the real. Yo, killing, you know it's real. Good versus evil, which one of you? Evil versus good.
What's up, y'all? It's Eric Taylor, BigEAstrology, giving you a little Mars Scorpio feel with good versus evil from my second album, Truth Speaker, from eComplete. It's episode 166, Knowledge is Love. We're talking about Mars and Scorpio. We could talk about this eclipse a little bit tomorrow, although hopefully you already watched my eclipse video, and just some astrology questions. Not staying on forever because I still haven't eaten dinner, but I do have a special sidekick tonight. Dun, 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 dun.
The white-haired one.
Yeah, my mother-in-law is here, my 0-degree Aquarius mother-in-law. Wifey will be here in a bit. She's just taking care of some stuff for the boys and the burgers and things like that. But I hope you guys are doing well. Listen, I know the energy is tough. We are all feeling it. It is kind of wild and crazy out there. Let's pray for peace. We're not taking sides about anything. The only side that I'm always going to take is peace and humanity and love, okay? And remember that all this is in the cosmos. In mundane astrology, you feel the eclipse energy 2 weeks before the eclipse, 6 months after, and the effects can be felt a year or two after, especially until January 11th, 2025, where this Libra South Node is at and the Aries North Node. And they're going to be conjunct the eclipse tomorrow, close to 11 a.m. Pacific. And so I want you guys to just understand you can't avoid the eclipse. And it is coming through America, Utah, New Mexico, Texas. I think somebody said DC, but I don't know how it's going over there. But Mexico itself, Central America, South America. So those areas can really feel, the eclipse energy. And because it's a new moon, it's not a time for new manifestations. It is a time for endings and new beginnings, though, because the South Node does what? It cuts, separates, and divides. And in Libra, that can be for relationships. It can be for partnerships and business. you know, and if something is not serving you for your highest and greatest good, then, you know, I think like what my man said in the R&B song, I think you gotta let it go. That's just another love TKO, right? It's okay. Yeah, sometimes separations can be hurtful, but we have to purge, release, and detox this energy. And trust me, with an eclipse, you couldn't hold on to something if you wanted to. If it's not meant for your life, it's going to be gone, baby. This solar eclipse will just cleanse that out, baby. Okay. So we'll get to you guys in the chat. Tonight, we're going to talk about Mars and Scorpio. And it came in October 12th. And we needed a break from Mars and Libra. I know I did. It was in my 12th house. And Mars and Libra is very passive aggressive. It is a warrior for peace. But it was causing, as you saw in the collective, especially in America, the Writers Guild went back to work. But the Screen Actors Guild, the Auto Union, Kaiser, other pharmaceuticals, other unions going on strike. That's kind of really Mars.
Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's too?
They're looking at it.
Because you know why? The owners and CEOs and the billionaires got so rich the last 3 years during the pandemic. And the American worker took it in the keezers. And it's time, especially the auto union people who really haven't gotten their proper, you know, wage increases since the market crash, Pluto Capricorn 08. So, you know, come on. I think we have to stop making excuses for billionaires and their, you know, multi-million-dollar bonuses.
Ooh.
We can pay more than fair wages. And honestly, I don't care what you do.
And they'll feel better about themselves.
Well,
believe it or not, they don't even know that.
Exactly. No.
Then they'll start bragging, well, I do this for
Ma,
my
you're
workers.
totally right. Because think of it like this. Where in our brains have we gotten to a point that anybody who puts in a hard day's work, and I don't care if you're at the grocery store, McDonald's, Dairy Queen, if you're a lawyer, tech industry, AI, I don't care what you do. You should not be, if you're gainfully employed and you work a full 8-hour shift, you should not be below the poverty rate. That's disgusting as a society.
That's right.
And we're too wealthy and we can do better. Okay. So let's just keep it real, because I don't like dealing in child talk. I only, you know, Mars and Scorpio, it's investigating the truth. And that's what we're going to see during this time. October 12th to November 24th, you guys, it is going to be Mars and Scorpio is going to be exploring the truth. It's going to be investigating. It's a secretive energy. It's a healing energy. It's a sexual energy. I'm going to get more into it, but it's time for my mother-in-law to get to the chat. And let's see how you guys are doing.
Rose was on there immediately saying,
hey, Rose.
Jefferson. Good evening. And is it Michael?
Maybe so, yeah.
How's it going?
What's up?
All hand pink waving.
All right.
Whatever. And is it Shaylee?
Yeah, Shaylee. Yeah. Hey, Shaylee.
Hi, saying hi. And I think something's
Who else we
blocking
got?
here. Shaylee is, yep, I'm going to be having my Mars return.
Oh, okay, cool. So then you can
Wow.
really speak to this energy with Mars and
Wow.
Scorpio. I know it's on my ascendant, and I'm a Scorpio rising, but I've got the Venus,
And-
Jupiter, and Neptune. Go ahead.
And Star is giving you
Hey,
giving
Star.
you a hand here. And yep.
Where you been, Star?
And yep.
Hey, and listen, you guys, let me just say a quick announcement, and I'll say it as more people come on, but you still got time to sign up, right? I'm not for my astrology course. Week 3 is tomorrow, but I'm doing a double hitter. I'm working all day tomorrow, but I got a special time for Coffee Talk, my monthly astrology meeting. You really don't want to miss this one. 2 hours, only $20. You could waste that at Starbucks in a hot second and do nothing but just get some poisonous coffee that's too sweet for you.
Working those 8 hours, LOL.
Exactly,
Star.
right? Yes. No, I feel you. But Coffee Talk, Astrological Coffee Talk with Eric tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. I will be teaching a lesson on this solar eclipse chart tomorrow and the lunar eclipse chart in the Taurus Scorpio axis, finishing and completing the last 18th month cycle of the eclipses in those two signs on October 28th, the full moon. Now it's an out of sign eclipse. And I forgot the terminology for it, but when it's out of sign, it's not as strong as this solar eclipse is. The solar eclipse is an annular solar eclipse, and it's strong. And then next, April, we got the eclipses coming again, and that they're going to be really strong, and they'll just be Aries Libra for the next, year and a half. But this is really fascinating. And I want you to come to Coffee Talk. So you can still email me tonight at BigEAstrology. You can send me the $20, PayPal, tailoredtoyoucoaching@gmail.com, Cash App, T2UC, right? But just email me at BigEAstrology, and I'll be mailing out the Zoom link for tomorrow for Coffee Talk after tonight's show, okay? But if you want to come and get the breakdown, and, I went in. If you guys watch my solar eclipse video, I went hard. I went ham. I went in, but there's stuff that I can say in Coffee Talk, but I can't say here on YouTube. So you really want to come and see these energies. Eclipses are, these are things that change leaders and kings and move things in countries. Eclipses are not, they're not a joke, right? You just see Scalise step down, and now the Republicans are talking about Jim Jordan, and all this stuff. So, there's so much instability in our world, our country. We
look at the rest of the world.
We pray for Palestine and Israel and Gaza, but even the earthquake in Afghanistan, people still healing from Maui, Morocco, Liberia. It's just on and on and on. And human suffering anywhere, you guys, it's just not good for the collective. So what we can do is not get on the fear timeline, nothing to fear, but choose the love and peace timeline and be our authentic selves. But this doesn't mean get into emotional arguments. Mars is in Scorpio now. So you don't need to be talking about your views with other people. And if someone has opposing views, God bless them. It's okay. We're not robots, we're human beings, and we all have the right to feel and think differently. But the one thing that we can do as a collective is raise our own frequency and set the intention. My mother-in-law is really good with doing things with, and she's got this wand, and she likes to set healing intentions for people. And that's what we need right now as a collective. We need the Libra season to end. And by the way, so we're in the Libra Gemini Decan. Okay. So anyone, that's born at 20 to 29 degrees, that's the Libra Gemini Decan. So they could be a little bit more social. They could have, a little bit more hand skills, chatty Cathy, and they can definitely be, aesthetically into designing, acting, interior decorating, actors, painters, all that type of stuff. They will feel like definitely a different version of Libra. More so even than the Libra Decan and the Libra Aquarius Decan.
Stars of Libra Sun and Mercury.
Well, Star, you should be taking advantage of the Libra birth chart sale that ends October 22nd. Only $99 live over Zoom, 60 minutes. You get videos of your planetary placements, and we break down the chart. But also, you guys, Libra Sun, Moon, Risings, sometimes maybe you've had a natal chart reading, but you can get the solar return chart, which explains, and it's so deep, trust me. I've even done it for friends and family where you can see like, hey, check on this. You may have a sickness this year. You may have to go to high. Like I literally did this for my cousin, and it was very helpful for her. But solar return charts are amazing. And guess what? Second day progressions. Well, Star, you're born in Libra. You could be vibrating now as a Scorpio or Sagittarius, depending on your age. So take advantage of this Libra birth chart sale, Libra Sun, Moon, Risings until October 22nd. Plenty of people have been taking advantage of it, but hey, more Libras out there. You still got time to October 22nd, and then October 23rd starts the Scorpio season. Mercury's doing a quick run through Libra, and it's going to be gone into Scorpio October 22nd, and then the sun goes right with it the next day, October 23rd, okay? So let's talk some more about this Mars Scorpio energy. I like to give you some of the famous people just as reference points. It's not that I tell you, I think you guys are famous. These people aren't any more more special than any of us, but because they're celebrities or famous or whatever, we know some things about their lives. But with Mars Scorpio placements, we don't know that much about these people's lives because they could be very private and secret. secretive. So Jennifer Aniston, Bruce Lee, Oprah Winfrey, T.I., Usher, oh my God, well, Khloe Kardashian, SZA, oh my God, there was another singer. Was it Chris Brown? Could have been Chris Brown, but definitely Usher, T.I. So that's, an interesting list. Oh, how could I forget? Leonardo DiCaprio. Mars and Scorpio, you guys, they can be dynamic. Let's talk about the high vibration. They can be dynamic healers. Because what Mars does, remember it's at home in Aries and Scorpio, exalted in Capricorn, right? I'm teaching this in my astrology course. When Mars is in Scorpio, it does make that fixed water sign extremely fiery, Mars and Scorpio. And it is extreme, intense emotions, okay? Mars in Scorpio is not a joke when it comes to being able to move and bend energy, right? So let's take it back a little bit. What is Mars? It's our willpower, our drive. In a man's chart, it's our sex drive. It's boyfriends, it's brothers, it's property and land. It's our inner warrior, soldier, fighter. It's arguments. It's the general. Mars takes the orders from the sun, and then it goes and wants to complete the mission and attack. Okay? Mars is very assertive and aggressive. It's a powerful energy. And when it's in a fixed water sign and home in Scorpio, it's one of those things where you can really manifest whatever you want, but it's also very intense sexual energy. There's no two ways to get around it. Mars in Scorpio is very sexual. Okay, so this time until November 24th, we will feel that boost as a collective they're like twins. You see, she kind of looks like her mom. But it's very.
I just heard very intense sexual energy.
Yes, that's Mars and Scorpio. Yes, it went in yesterday. So, hey. But, Mars and Scorpio is also, it's an energy where I got to kind of be honest about the lower vibration. These can be the worst criminals ever. Mars and Scorpio can manipulate and abuse you like nobody's business. They know how to get around things. They can be stalkers, terrorists. I mean, Mars and Scorpio could be the corrupt doctor that botches your brush job or your face job and then disappears and doesn't care. But when you look at the positive side of someone like Bruce Lee, it is literally like being a Jedi and being able to master karate and movement and just get into things like Reiki and Tai Chi and healing. It is a powerful force, because understand they're both sort of associated with that, root chakra and that sexual energy, right? And so, that is our creative force, right? Creativity. That's why creativity is associated with the 5th house and children, right? Because when we reflect back to God source energy, it's right through our creativity, but that's also our sexual energy, right? Going down to the sexual organs and the root chakra and then coming, back up to the pineal gland. It's very powerful. So you don't really want to waste or spill your seed unless it's for, your spouse or whatever. You know what I mean? That's the reality of, how God intended it. It's different, obviously, for humanity and all the things that we have gotten away from the natural intentions. But make no mistake, Mars and Scorpio for the collective to November 24th, we are going to be more probing during this eclipse season 2. We're going to be more probing and investigating what's really going on. Because remember, this is also in a sextile to what? Still that sexual energy. Venus is in Virgo now. So they both shifted together. So we're still having the Venus-Mars sextile. And so when Venus is in Virgo, we're very focused on our nutrition, very focused on our relationships. We're very nitpicky, analytical, critical, logical, all these things. And then with Mars, and so it's in its fall there, but Mars is at home in Scorpio. So this is where we can also really get savvy about architecture, property, real estate, our financial stuff. So there's a lunar eclipse coming up on the 28th. It's going to activate that because the full moon is at 5 degrees in Taurus. Oh, and let me let you know, I have a special guest coming on Tuesday night, the 17th, 9 p.m. Eastern, galactic intuitive astrologer, Miss Lisa Brady. And we are going to break down kind of through the lens of the galactic and through the mundane astrology, the lunar eclipse in Taurus at 5 degrees. That means the Scorpio sun is at 5 degrees.
This is going to be really
it's going to be a really good show. And
didn't you meet her here?
Well, yeah, she watched the Debbie Solaris episode and then reached out to me. And she does the Akashic records. She's just a little powerhouse, and she's, got a business degree and stuff. So it's going to be really powerful because there's things that are layered in the fixed stars and in the galactic placements that can show things that are even deeper, leading to the eclipses about the karma and fate that we may not know just looking at a regular birth chart. So make sure you guys come Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Lisa Brady, Galactic Intuitive Astrologer, will be here on Knowledge is Love. Mm-hmm. All right, we go to chat.
Just on that real quick, what I love is just once again that community comes right here to the show, and we actually do interact with many of you. And here she is coming on, and we find out like how trained she is. So It's something that I put that out there to let all of you know, like we are here to uplift.
I'm a builder.
Our community, our collective community of people, regardless of what your skill is, your talent, your light, because that's what we need to do. Now, have we already gone through all of the?
We left off at star.
Okay. Yes. All right. I see.
Working 8-hour shift and. So we were talking about work and money and getting paid fair wages and stuff.
Oh, gee, that's a very interesting thing.
Well, that's what's going on right now with all the strikes and everything in the South Node and Libra and this eclipse. And
I didn't even think about that. And it's just like even that conversation that we had with the woman who was trying to hire my mother and not pay her properly.
Yeah, and now that's not going to happen.
Mess with my mama.
Yeah. So.
Anyways, so Deborah Reeves is here. Hey, Deborah.
Hi, Deborah. How are you, stranger?
I remember you. And she is natally. She has Mars in Scorpio.
Well, then, Deborah, I want you. We're going to get to some more. Some more comments.
One of those raising tables
and stuff like that. But Deborah, let me know, because I know, Deborah, you're Mars and Scorpio. You use it for the high vibration. But are there anything that you can correlate or relate to with Mars and Scorpio energy in your own chart? Whether it's your relationships with men or your brothers, or how you initiate and assert yourself, how you like to investigate and stuff. How does Mars and Scorpio play out for you, Deborah? I'd be fascinated to hear that.
Matt Gaming just popped on.
What up, Matt Gaming? Where you been, my brother?
I know.
Hope you come to Coffee Talk tomorrow.
I think I sent you an email the other day.
Yeah, what up, Matt Gaming? So, any other comments?
No, that's it for now. Come on now.
So let's explore some more of the Mars and Scorpio, because remember, it's here to November 24th. So it's going to finish out Libra season, all of Scorpio season, and then like just 1 degree of Sagittarius season. Okay. And so, and understand, you guys, because I just saw like a comment and I didn't get to respond to it. Somebody was telling me, talking about the cusp of magic. The cusp starts June 17th, and the cusp of magic, you guys, is a cusp. But I want you guys to understand, you are either, let's say this cusp coming up, you're either a Libra or a Scorpio. Scorpio season 0 degrees starts at October 23rd. So the cusp is beginning October 21st, 28, 29 degrees, then 0, 1, 2. I use a 5-day orb. Plenty of astrologers only use like 29, 0 degrees. Some just use 29, 0, 1. When you see on the internet and certain astrologers on YouTube, 7, 9 days, no, you're not feeling the energy because you're still in the third decan. And so you're completing the energy just look at numerology. It gets complete at 27 degrees because 2 plus 7 is 9. 9 is completion in the endings. Then at 28 and 29, it's starting to ingress, move into, and vibrate frequency-wise. These planets are light form energies into the next sign. So June 17th, if that person is watching this, no, that's not the cusp. Okay, so just to give you that example, all right?
One thing that just in that vein, right now, Eric is teaching his second rendition of his
Astrology
intro
Foundation
to astrology,
course,
and I am revamping and putting together an entire workbook that's going to be available that people who take his course will get, but you can also purchase it. And we are working so hard on so many things, but keeping in him talking about that 7 to 9 orb, you have a lot of people out here who are doing astrology. It has become very popular, and that is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And our goal is to give everybody, or Eric's goal, I should say, because I'm going to be real, he knows this stuff. I get very confused. But our goal, his goal, not mine, his goal is to give y'all the knowledge that he knows. He's very, very good at what he does. Not everybody who can get on and be very personable and talk are really going to be skilled and truly knowledgeable. And this man here, he knows.
But it's also about even knowing more than just astrology, right? I'm a professional intuitive astrologer, and I'm spiritually growing every day. By no means am I perfect, and I'm not bragging about anything. It's about me trying to improve myself as a soul and
the thing is, you try and teach other people too.
Well, yeah, but also I do know
it's never about holding on,
right? But I do know about, right? I'm honest with you. I don't know tarot at all. That's why I have tarot people come on. But I do know, not a lot, but I know a decent amount about numerology, and I know a little bit about human design. And so that type of information I do like to share with people. And, the numerology of the degrees, the lunar mansions, all that stuff, it's a 5-day orb. I wouldn't go past that. And you could even decrease it. You could even do 29 0 degrees or a 3-day orb, 29 0 1.
So Matt Gaming was saying, he's been busy, whatever, but very interesting. He has he just got his birth time. I guess maybe he had it wrong or whatever.
Oh, well, email me, bro.
No, so he will, but he says that he is a Capricorn rising, not a Scorpio rising.
Okay.
So he's been watching all these videos and studying it.
Okay. So make sure you watch my cat. Well, the big difference, I'd say like this, the big difference, they're both ruled by malefic planets, Scorpio, Mars, Capricorn, Saturn. The Capricorn ascendant, we have 2 children with that, okay? And so the Capricorn ascendant speaks to part of your energy is walking in to the hard work, the discipline, the structure. Capricorn's ascendants can be delayed in their I am energy sometimes, okay? But that dissipates. And as you mature, Mars matures at 27, right? The sun between 26 and 30, the Saturn at 28 and a half, 29 years old, you're going to find that you're starting to really vibrate and walk into that. Because remember, people don't know your moon unless they live with you. And you reveal it emotionally to them. Your sun, they'll see it. But when you first walk into a room, you're illuminating and vibrating out that Capricorn rising. So now you Matt Gaiman, you left me and Danny alone. We had like the triad, the trine with the 3 of us, but that's okay. I still got love for you because, the Taylor twins got the Capricorn rising. So, you're still part of the family, Matt Gaiman. But Capricorn risings, understand in your heart of hearts, Matt Gaming, that 12th house, the subconscious mind, you want adventure and freedom. Your hidden talents is to share your wisdom, beliefs, and philosophies. And, we've spoken, Matt Gaming, you are a wise young man. And so, the Capricorn rising also wants the dog, the wife, the kids, the picket fence. And they feel that pressure to work and achieve. But deep down inside, they really just want to explore and learn and be free like a Sagittarius. Okay, so that's a little note. But make sure you watch my Capricorn rising video.
Yes, I will email you.
And definitely hit me up. But so did Deborah respond about Mars and Scorpio?
No.
Deborah, you gonna give me some insight on how you feel about the energy? And maybe you don't really understand it, and that's okay too. You could let me know. But I will tell you this: it is our action. It's how we assert ourselves. It's very. Think of, okay, so Mercury is the lower mind, your logical, analytical, critical mind. And Jupiter is the pontificating, expansion, higher mind. I want to get my master's PhD. And, why do we have rocks and birds and cockroaches and mosquitoes? It's higher thinking.
Mm.
Mercury is like, there's the phone, there's the door, there's the cell phone, there's the shoe, there's a sneaker, there's the glass of wine, whatever it is, right? It's analyzing, assessing. It's the processing function of the brain. Mars in different placements, it's your strategy, the logistics, the go out and kill the deer or the bison and make meals. But it's not just for like the soldier, warrior, fighter. It's also, right, our willpower and drive, our will, your fortitude inside your heart, like you can't measure. And so Mars is exalted in Capricorn. Because Capricorn, wants to climb the ladder of success, of achievement, reaching its goals. Okay.
Yeah, no, I was just letting you know that Intuitive Scorpio is.
What up, Intuitive Scorpio? How you doing?
She is saying happy hello to everybody. Hello. Good to see you.
Welcome back.
And Mad has said that Jupiter and Venus in the 12th house.
Oh, Jupiter and Venus in Sag in the 12th house, Matt Gaiman, huh? Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. And, that can even speak to, spiritual teaching and really, being a creative writer and enjoying music as well. Venus, Jupiter, watch my house series. Watch Venus in the 12th house and Jupiter in the 12th house. It will give you a lot of insight. Okay. And then you watch the Venus and Jupiter in Sag and you put it together and you're like, I got it. Thank you, Eric. I got it. I get it. But I think another thing that I want to mention, Mars takes the orders from the sun. If the sun says, go get me a Maserati, Mars is like, I'll figure it out, boss. Right? The sun is the king. So Mars takes the orders and will go. Mars is like how you wake up in the morning and go hunt and go get the bag, right? Whether it's a man or a woman. It's just in the man that the extra difference is it's also our sex drive. Okay. So in a woman, though, it can represent boyfriends, not necessarily the man you want to marry, though. I mean, it can be, but it's not always. But it is how you need to pursue things. Right? My Mars is in Virgo, earth sign. Her Mars is in Capricorn, earth sign. You know what I mean? So it's like we are both focused on building things into physical reality. You see? And so that's how you look at the Mars. Now, my Mars is nice, but hers is exalted. I can't mess with that. Mars and Capricorn, it's like, So, but it's, remember I said, at home in Aries and Scorpio. So one thing that we'll be feeling till November 24th is this need to get to the truth of things. That's what Mars and Scorpio wants to know. Are you telling me the truth? Are you lying to me? Don't freaking lie to me. Don't you ever lie to me. That's Mars and Scorpio. Go ahead.
That was scary.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, don't lie to him. Anyways, So let's see that. Our girl Star, she has her Mars in Aries. Okay, and I don't know what the big difference is.
Well, they're both at home. It's going to, so you're going from fixed water to cardinal fire. Mars in Aries is even more competitive than Mars in Scorpio. And it's very passionate, not as intense as Mars in Scorpio, but it's quick moving. It's athletic ability. It's like, boom, I'm going to go do this. Oh, then I want to go do that. Oh, let's do this. Oh, you want to play this game? Oh, you want to battle me in backgammon? Oh, let's battle in chess. Oh, you want to play table tennis? Oh, Mars in Aries is all over the place. We have a sun with that, right? And he's out riding his bike right now. Mars in Mars in Aries. They are very competitive. And Mars in Aries, sometimes it can overly assert its will and aggression. So you have to be mindful of that. Not saying that it can't in Scorpio, because in Scorpio, it can black out with the intense emotions. And then everybody in the room has got a black eye. And Mars and Scorpio sitting in the corner like, I just told him not to mess with me. I told him not to mess with me. You know what I mean? Like you can see the movie scene. Like that's Mars and Scorpio. Mars and Aries is going to be like, you better leave me alone. Pop, pop. 2 quick slaps and it's out, right? it's not going to kill you. It's just like, it's like 2 quick slaps. Because it's very Aries energy, you guys, is very pure. Remember, it's the childhood genius. Think of it from like 0 to 7 years old. So Mars and Aries, it's the pioneer maverick, but it's just, remember the ram? The ram is like almost like legally blind. Ram sees probably worse than me. And so it bangs its head into things to find itself in space. So Mars and Aries can be very athletic and competitive, but it can be accident and prone, and it can move without thinking. So what would I tell you, Star? Make sure sometimes you got to slow down. Slow down. And if y'all don't know Brand Nubian, go research it. Slow down, classic hip hop song. Okay.
So intuitive Scorpio, and I'm going to call you a she. I don't know if you are, so I'm sorry.
I thought it was a he.
But he is a he.
I thought it was a he. I can't remember.
Let me know, please, and I'll address you properly. Anyways, he has been, or he has been exploring your channel, and their Mars is in Virgo.
Oh, like me. Okay, cool. So when you have Mars in Virgo,
Javanka just showed up.
Hey, Javanka. When you have Mars in Virgo, it's very much mental willpower. Mars in Virgo is going to mentally strategize, problem solve, and figure out things and know how. Like I could see my Mars in Virgo in play when I'm attacking a birth chart. It's like my brain is like this logistic computer, and it's almost like this AI robot, and it's like that's the Mars in Virgo, but remember, right, like for the man, the willpower, the sex drive, Mars in Virgo is about service, humanity. So Mars in Virgo can be, big in acts of kindness or wanting to please their partner. Mars in Virgo, it can be very it can be great. Like, for example, my Mars in Virgo is great when I was doing sports radio, right? Analytical and critical, assessing the sports, or when I used to write film reviews when I was in college, right? I studied radio, television, and film at the University of Maryland. So I would write papers on movies. So I could analyze and assess any film to the minute degree. That's like how I could see the Mars and Virgo playing out. And then in sports, I was very strategic and competitive.
Let's see.
But I do want to say this.
So intuitive Scorpio is a he.
Thank you. That's what I thought.
I will address you properly. Sorry about that.
That's what I thought.
And just so you know, came up with his SN South Node. Okay. From my moon being in Pisces, intuitive and Scorpio sun sign. So.
Well, your moon in Pisces, we've talked about that, and I hope you watch both the videos. I got 2 moon videos. And I think the older ones are really good too, but the newer one is like, off the chain. But because it's moon sign secrets. But, you know, you want to look in your chart where your Jupiter is. You know, that tells you layered story about your moon and your mother. But moon in Pisces, I mean, it is so creative, spiritual, the imagination. It's definitely got that psychic sense and ability. And, you know, you're probably really deeply into music, you know, that Scorpio Pisces energy. You know, Javanka's got that. And people like that can be very poetic people, very artistic, you know, musicians, artists. I mean, think about it, you know, Prince, Michael Jackson, Kanye West, Janae Aiko. That Pisces moon is super duper talented. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, and mi madre, my mom had the Pisces moon. So I got mad love for you, bro, because Pisces moon people, you know, that's Mom Dukes. You know, can't beat that, right? So, but let me get to this point. So when the sun gets into Scorpio, and then it's going to probably hit Mars. I haven't checked the date for the exact conjunction, but I would assume it's going to be, you know, close to around Halloween. Okay. So y'all ever seen Queen Sugar? Hollywood. What up, Hollywood? You know, Hollywood. Yeah, I missed that show. I haven't seen it in a while. We gotta see if we can catch up to the last season. We missed it. Yeah. But
we got rid of Hulu. I think that might be where it's at.
Yeah. So, but understand when we have this Mars Sun conjunction towards the end of October or early November, it's going to be really dynamic in terms of the Scorpio energy for health and for money. Okay. And so remember, I told you Mars and Scorpio are really powerful manifestors, but this is going to light you up for investigating the occult knowledge at this time. So Scorpio season for any Scorpio sun moon risings, and even for the collective, you look at your house and your chart and see what house your Scorpio's in. And then when that Sun Mars conjunction comes, you're going to feel lit up for research. Mars and Scorpio is a dynamic researcher. Maybe you sign up for a Reiki class. Maybe you're like, hey, it's time for me to go to Birth Chizzy from BigEAstrology. You know what I mean? But it's a powerful time. So go ahead.
So CG is here.
What up, CG?
And
have you been here before, CG?
I'm trying to get back to everybody.
Okay.
So I have been neglecting our friend Deborah.
Okay.
And
What's up with Deborah?
she said, well, for me, when I was younger, I was always ready to argue.
Yeah,
very private.
Yeah, very private. Yep, secretive.
And
yeah.
she laughed. She said, and I'm trying to remember how I was. And then she said, I had to be right being a Libra, and I needed to be judged fairly and taught hard for that. Now, not just for myself, but for others too.
That's deep. That's very good assessment.
She fought, not taught. And yeah, so and guys, I'm gonna get to everybody, but I'm trying to
but that's very Mars and Scorpio. Thank you for sharing that, Deborah. And that's exactly what I was saying. Yeah, it's
Oh, okay. No, so we got Javanka.
Yeah.
And she's heard that several astrologers that Mars and Scorpio is never going to be a good situation.
No, I would never say that, because you have to look at the aspects and all the other planetary placements, right? So you know better than to, listen to that interpretation, because you can't define a complex human being created by God's source energy through one placement. And Mars and Scorpio, yes, they could be secretive and vague and manipulators and abusers and all this stuff, but Mars is also the surgeon, and it's our willpower and drive. So on the high vibration, it's at home there. Mars and Scorpio can be some of the best healers. They can be great surgeons and doctors, right? Massage therapists, metaphysical healers, Reiki, and also like Bruce Lee, just being able to manipulate and move energy.
It's interesting. When I was reading that, it made me think about one of my children. And for a while there, I was like, oh my gosh, Eric, he's a mess. Whatever. And over last years or whatever, I've seen such a beautiful spirit come out of this child. And so my point in that is that we want to be careful, obviously, to never just completely write everything off, because nothing is ever all bad or all good. So whether it's us that's being labeled or somebody else, we need to give people that room
to grow and change
and to evolve into that light. Because think about how many folks were one way and they evolved into something absolutely phenomenal. And then Javanka also said that she has Mars in Virgo.
Oh yeah, that's right. We share that placement. Yeah, it's great because it's what makes us love something like astrology. Mars in Virgo is like built for astrology because it's got to figure out and solve the puzzle, the mysteries, the investigation. So it's really a beautiful energy. Sometimes I'd maybe like it somewhere else, but when you learn to get the self-love and accept your chart, you just accept the good, the bad, the ugly, and you work with the energies. And this is why I encourage people to, no matter what, and I hope you choose me, but in general, please, everyone should get a birth chart reading. Everyone should get a solar return chart at least 1 year in your life so you could see how it affects you and plays out for that year, because it's very informative and helpful. And then a secondary progression chart as well, because let's say, like I said, for you Libra season, well, you could be vibrating now as a Scorpio or a Sag, depending on your age. So they're all really helpful tools. And then even deeper, you guys, I got a new service, right? The unconscious soul chart. And it's based on human design with the gene keys and your soul. And it creates a whole new birth chart 88 days before your birth.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a mind blower and a game changer. So that, and then my moon tracking service are two new services that I'm extremely proud of.
Isn't my 88 days, like, doesn't it fall on one of our sons' birthdays?
It was actually turned to be one
day before.
1 day, I think, before, and then his turned to be 1 day after or before yours. Yeah. So like she's a Pisces, 88 days, it makes her a Gemini. I'm a Virgo. Makes her a Sag. And then it was him on yours. And then our Gemini son, he winds up being a Pisces. Me as the Virgo, I wind up being a Gemini.
What's really interesting about it, especially when you have bigger families and stuff, looking at how those energies actually are played out within your family. It's pretty deep.
And this is a really deep chart. Like I'm trying to explore new astrological grounds, and I know other astrologers have done it before, but I think I've built something that's pretty unique in the reading and interpretation and how to connect this unconscious soul chart with your natal chart as well. Okay, so email me if it's something you're like, oh, I want to know more about that, Eric. And we can talk about it and see if you'd like to, do that service.
Because that soul chart is actually supposed to go back to when the soul actually entered your body, when you were in utero.
Well, yeah, and there's the debate. It could be, when you were first conceived, but it's more like kind of like when you're complete.
One thing that I have heard, and this is just through my other things that I've studied or learned or whatever, is that first thing, and this is why so many people, especially like in the Jewish culture and different people, they don't even announce the fact that they are pregnant until after those 3 months, because there is this very much of a back and forth thing of, is that spirit going to stay? Is that spirit going to leave? And there are many
because if you talk to enough women, they'll tell you that they don't even share with the different miscarriages they've had.
Yes, absolutely, because it really wasn't anything until I have come to learn that, one, like my mother had 2 miscarriages. They were both a little over 6 months, and I was the one that was going to come in. So something was having me not come those first 2 times. And I was really surprised to hear that. I was like, damn, I really, really wanted to be okay. That's interesting. But my point is there's a lot of stuff that go into that. And then even for us with some of our things, I'm realizing, and I'm not 100 on if any of them came back, you know, with the twins or these different things. But anyways, I'll need to find out from the people. Anyways, you know what? Intuitive Scorpio SM was screen name, not South Node.
Oh, intuitive.
It was
screen name. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So then, where's your north and south node, bro?
So he says, yes, I've seen your Pisces. Okay.
Oh, you watched the
Pisces
videos?
video.
Okay, cool. I hope you enjoyed them.
The first house video as well. Both great videos.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate
He worked
that,
so
man.
hard. Oh my God, guys. Can I just tell you, like, you don't even know like how much work this man does behind the scenes. Trust. Anyways,
Me and
see
Rihanna. Work.
Okay. Wait. Oh, wait, what just happened here? I made it big. I don't know, but anyways.
Wait. Stop.
So, let's see. Javanka talks. So, you know, Javanka has her Mars in Virgo, very intuitive, and yes, you are from what I've heard.
Oh yeah.
Intuitive Scorpio. He loves music.
Oh, I know you do.
And he lives for it, actually.
Yeah, I know you live for it.
Are you an actual musician? Do you play? Or are you just a lover of it?
Yeah. I mean, because let me tell you, with your Pisces moon, I mean, you could just randomly pick up the flute or guitar and maybe be self-taught. Like, that's the type of gifts that the Pisces moon has, you guys. And it may just be being a good dancer or being the person that has the craziest music collection ever. But I found that when Pisces moons, and because you have it on the ascendant, you can write great lyrics for music, any genre, and you could be just a great writer, period. The moon on the ascendant can really do that. With the Pisces moon, you can be like, oh my God, super social and friendly. Like, you would talk to the dog on the street and this person and that person, like, yo, what's up? Yo, what up? You know, the newspaper man, the UPS, the garbage guy, like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody knows intuitive Scorpio in your neighborhood. You know what I mean? Pisces moons can be like that, you know, they really, and they're just, you know, and when the moon is on your ascendant, you wear your emotions on your face, so you can't hide how you're feeling either. And Pisces moons, I'll tell you this though, intuitive Scorpio, your mother was not able to nurture and care for you the way she really desired when you were born. Could have been postpartum, maybe some depression, just different things. But that's the marker of the Pisces moon. Okay. And doesn't mean that Mom Dukes didn't love you like crazy, because she probably did. But she wasn't able to nurture and care for you. That's how you got the Pisces moon, the way she truly desired. You know, so you'd have to let me know if you resonate with that, because that's what the Pisces moon represents.
So Willow and Streams is here.
Hey, Willow and Streams, hello. Welcome. Nice to meet you, Eric Taylor.
Please give us your big three.
Yeah, share your big three. This wifey.
Definitely address you. But I'm trying to go in order, guys. Yep. So CG, he or she, I'm not sure, is a Scorpio in the Pisces. Scorpio in the 5th house.
Okay.
And
Cancer
CG
rising.
is Christina. Oh, her name is Christina. Thank you. Eric read both my natal chart and my. Oh,
that's
okay.
Christina.
There you go, girl. I don't remember, but
yeah.
As soon as you get a chart, you're part of our family. Even if I don't know you, you're part of our family.
No, yeah.
And first time on
just
YouTube
did her
live
and her
chat.
son. Oh, so good to hear, Christina.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, and just so you know, I haven't heard back from that agent yet, but I'm waiting to hear back. So, yeah. And her son wants to do voiceover stuff.
Oh, so, yeah. And are they in AZ?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Christina, yeah, that I did her and her son.
Yes. Well, is he? You might want to talk to me. He's experienced.
Well, he's been taking classes.
Okay.
So he's not super experienced, but he's got a knack.
Does he? Let's talk about if he has reels, if he's put together that stuff.
No, not yet. He just wants to know what steps to do. Yeah.
There are different people that we can refer her to, but
yeah, no, I want to get her in the right hand, and that's why I reached out to Ruth.
Here's the thing: she's very picky.
No, Ruth is very picky, but any information, I just want to get information.
And I'm not trying to to
help.
There are people that we can get you, where you can start to get your chops. Anyways, let's see, Willow and Streams. From what you said about Mars, takes orders from the sun. I'm Aquarius in both my sun and Mars.
Oh, Mars in Aquarius is I think Elon Musk has that placement. It's a tricky, that is the unique, bizarre black sheep rebel energy. You could be a little rebel rouser, Willow and Streams, huh? Yeah, I know. But also be careful, because Mars in Aquarius, you can hurt your Achilles tendon, your ankle, your shin, or your calf. Okay. My mom had that placement and actually had ankle surgery. She broke her ankle as if Lawrence Taylor came in the house and tackled her, but she just got her high heels caught in the carpet. Mars Aquarius 12th house. Literally happened. So, you'd have to tell me what house your Aquarius is in and what your rising sign. So if you want to share your big three, but obviously you're an Aquarius sun. So, my mother-in-law's an Aquarius sun. So definitely, got love for the Aquarius energy. But I want to just finish this up. So understand, as Mars goes through Scorpio season, another thing that's going to be playing out, Venus won't catch up, but the Mercury, Sun, and Mars will dance together. So as a collective, when you look at this energy that's going on in the mundane astrology, we are all going to be in a place of kind of keeping our cards, close, kind of private and secret. But then in some ways, depending on your Scorpio house, really investigating and researching the truth about the medical stuff, the truth about the wars, the truth about the politics, the truth about relationships, the truth about our career and our destiny. So it is actually a good time to definitely learn this ancient wisdom called astrology and book a birth chart reading. Okay.
Absolutely. And can I just encourage everybody to take some time to just be quiet in yourself.
Yeah.
Try and do that every morning, because and also
the stillness.
Stop always second guessing yourself. For those of you who are like me,
Black Moon Lilith, get into your root chakra. Trust your instincts, you guys.
Because we get these different things, and I have always gotten them, and I have always been the type to second guess or talk them aside or downplay them. But what I have done, is I have not owned my power, and so I don't want anybody else to do that.
And right now, Lilith is bouncing around between Leo and Virgo. So, and you look at astro.com, H13, that's the true Black Moon Lilith, the osculating apogee. You don't want just the one with the glyph. You want the one where you see the LIL. And so that is one that can bounce around. So it's been bouncing between Leo and Virgo. Okay.
So, just so you guys know, sometimes because I don't see everything, I might be commenting on something that you were talking about a long time ago. So I apologize, but I just put a new thing in so I can kind of see different things. First off, CG, thank you so much. She was just saying that your progressed readings are very memorable and great gift for your children. Jovanka wanted to clarify that she thinks astrologers were specifically talking about how it's hitting the aspects we are going through.
Oh, this year. Yeah. No, it's going to be tough. But that's what I was saying with the Mercury, Mars, Sun, right? And they're going to line up for a conjunction. This is a good time for the investigation and research. Okay. And yeah, it's going to be challenging because it's still, well, there's one part and one time where I think towards the end of, the middle of November, as it gets in the sextile to Pluto and Capricorn, can really get some revelations about the structures, the systems, and the government. And this can be where we, even see more truths about financial systems and BRICS and things like that, and our stock market and all that. So, I think that it is going to be challenging because we're in the eclipse season and the access and all that. But when a planet's at home, it's going to be comfortable and put its feet up on the sofa and stuff like that. So there are opportunities for this transit, October 12th to November 24th, where, see, here's an example, like Libra season, air and fire signs are not introspective. It's outward energy. Mars in Scorpio is probing internally. So this can be a time for isolation and solitude, but also for deep healing. So like Bruce Lee, you can get into the Tai Chi, you can get into the meditation. This is a good time for deep breath work. Remember, Saturn is still retrograde in Pisces, so is Neptune. Saturn to November 4th, Neptune, I'm not too sure until when, Jupiter to December 30th. Introspection. That's what is on the menu for the collective from the cosmos. When you've got four planets and Chiron retrograde, the collective is telling you reassess, reanalyze, be introspective. Whether you're earth, water, air, or fire. It's just more challenging for the air and fire signs. Okay. But that's what we're being called to, and we'll feel it more come Scorpio season. All right, for the collective.
So
we're getting ready to bounce. I got to eat some dinner.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So we have a couple people I want to hit to. Yeah. Anyways, Deborah has just said, the services sound very interesting. So Deborah, listen, he has a lot of amazing services. I've been helping him revamp his website. I know, guys, it is taking forever.
Oh, it's coming. BigEAstrology.com. Give me like 2 more weeks.
We have been rebuilding out all of his services, and there's a ton of them, and they're really cool. So if you reach out to him,
I got 20
talk
services.
to him. Because you might think you want one thing, but then you're going to end up with something else. So just, be prepared to talk about what is it that you're really trying to learn and understand, because not everything is for everyone, or maybe there's a nuance that's better for you. Anyways,
soul journey, past life chart.
Thank you, Intuitive Scorpio. I
appreciate you, bro.
So much. And then guess who's back? Our girl, Jennifer Sweet.
Oh my,
Hey, girl.
Jennifer, you just made my night. Where you been? How are you feeling? How you doing? How's the family, the kids? You should come to Coffee Talk tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern, Jennifer, looking at the solar and lunar eclipse charts. Email me at, either one, BigEAstrology@gmail.com or Tailored to You Coaching. I'm not going to get rid of the old email. I'm just trying to transition everybody. And soon I'll be having a newsletter along with the new website. So a lot of transitions with the rebranding is coming.
All, man. This whole entrepreneurial journey and building this stuff, but especially what he's doing, I just feel like we're both doing things to change the world, but I think his stuff is so powerful and so deep. I love helping him. Anyways. Yes. So, okay. Oh my gosh. I've got 3 people that I'm really trying to pay attention to right now.
Get to the comments.
So Willow and Stream.
She shared her big 3?
She's not sure about her houses.
That's okay. Do you know your ascendant? Your rising
sign? Let's see. Capricorn rising, but not sure about my moon. It's either Gemini or Taurus, and she's trying. She's not sure about her houses.
Okay.
So,
well, if you're a Cap rising, then you would just go accordingly from there. Aquarius second house, Pisces third, so on like that. But you can email me.
Why
and
aren't
we can book
you
a chart
sure? Are
reading.
you not sure because you don't have
your birth time? And I can help you figure that out.
Are you not
too.
sure just because you've never really done it? He's leaving. Is his mom there? Oh, sorry. Let me. The kids are.
Yeah. So definitely email me. I've helped a lot of people, and even for people who've gotten chart readings for their parents that have passed away, right? I had to do it. My father was murdered when I was 6 years old. So I had to figure out my dad's birth time and birth chart. And so there's, specific questions that I ask, and there's ways to figure it out, and we might not get to the exact minute, but we can definitely get to the right ascendant and align the chart properly based on annual perfections and life events. So we can, please reach out and email me. I can definitely help you with that. BigEAstrology@gmail.com. It would be my honor and pleasure. Okay.
And then let's see, our girl Jennifer
Sweet girl. Don't stay away so long. I missed you. I've been asking for you.
She apologized for being late.
Okay. Not late. You just.
I know you just haven't been here.
You ain't been here for 4 months or something.
That's all right. All right. See, we're around. We're like that home cooked meal. We're always ready when you come.
When you come, there's always a plate for you, Jennifer. You know what I'm saying? I got some gumbo for you, gal. Some good gumbo. A lot of good stuff in it.
So she says that she has Mars trine Uranus.
Jennifer said this?
Yes.
Oh.
And Mars sextile Chiron. Mars opposition ascendant and
Ooh.
Mars trying the sun. Hell, you know, he might need to like take some. Can you process all that? He's real good.
Oh yeah, I
That's
can
a
process
lot.
it.
Okay.
Number one, your Mars trine Uranus.
And Bella just said hi.
Hey Bella.
Hello.
Let me tell you, Mars trine
And-
Uranus, that's powerful in terms of getting like downloads. And when you could literally be like walking about, or when you're meditating, and I forgot your ascendant. So your Mars is in the 7th house, so you could definitely have arguments in relationships or whatever. Or I know how you and your boyfriend live in like separate homes or whatever. So that could be equated with that Mars in the 7th house. But the trine, whether it's in the 3rd or the 11th, you'd have to let me know with the Uranus, that's a powerful energy. And so that can really, depending on the signs and houses they're in, that could really get into some great manifesting, spiritual downloads, getting like just like sudden, like boom. But it can be very connected to your action when you move your body. You know what I mean? Like, so when you are kind of doing some yoga, Tai Chi, you can get like these like shoom charges, these zaps. So that's a great placement, Mars trine Uranus.
So Leo rising is her ascendant, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, rising and sun is the same. You know that. And
I know,
Aquarius,
I know,
7th house. So then your Mars is in Aquarius. You got to tell me where your Uranus is. But, oh, and of course, if your Mars is in Aquarius, you and your boyfriend live in separate homes, like you said before. So that makes sense. And that's cool, you know. So the Uranus, oh, well, I could figure that out. Your Uranus is probably it's in Libra, because I know you're around my age, gal. So Uranus and Libra in the 3rd house. You see how my brain works? I got you. So that I wonder if you have any half siblings or step siblings, or sometimes you and your siblings and cousins have sudden disagreements. You could be really good on social media, and you may have seen some spirits or ghosts or angels when you were a young girl growing up. Mm-hmm. You know, okay. So go ahead.
So Deborah wants to say thank you for all the information.
You're welcome. This was fun, you guys. Listen, we were away this week. The kids were on fall break, and we got out of town for a couple of days. And I'm just so busy this weekend. So I was like, I got to come on tonight. You know what I mean? And it was just sort of last minute thing. So I'm so glad you guys showed up. Please wait. Do me a favor. Like, share, tell a friend to subscribe. But when this show is over, do me a favor and just comment, even just say thanks, E, or fire emoji. It just helps the lives to grow in algorithms. And
follow.
I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, I'm trying to get up to that 6K soon. So yeah.
I want them to 100K.
But I got to get a 6K first. So help a brother.
I'm like 6, so give us 100. I want it all. Want it all, damn it.
Help a brother out. But I will see see some of you guys tomorrow. Coffee Talk. If you and I'll be sending out that Zoom link as soon as I finish my dinner tonight.
She's gonna reach out one day.
Yes, Willow Streams, please do.
Let's see.
I would
now
love
Bella
to.
said hi and thank you. She's gone through having her basement flooded 3 times. I'm so sorry, girl. Jennifer Sweet.
Oh, Jen.
We're sorry.
Oh, you know, is it Saturn, Neptune, Pisces in your 8th house. That's the sudden events. I'm sorry.
And Bella has said thank you or yay, Coffee Talk.
Yeah, Coffee Talk tomorrow, you guys, 4 p.m.
Coffee Talk is 2 hours of you and him and just
we have so much fun. Javanka and Bella and different people coming. We got people from Canada, all over the world, Poland, Amsterdam. You know what I mean? So you want to be there, and this is a deep one. I told you we're looking at the solar eclipse in Libra. And we're looking at the lunar eclipse October 28th in Taurus. And it's in the ascendant chart, it's in Aquarius. So, at least it is here in the Western Hemisphere of the United States. In the East Coast, it's a Pisces ascendant, but you know.
So Jennifer Sweet is still seeing orbs. Yay.
Still what?
Still seeing orbs, because you know that veil is getting thinner.
Oh, well, and Jennifer, you got powerful energy, I know. With that right. Uranus in the 3rd house.
But she was saying that
you might see dead people.
Yeah, well, that's what she's saying.
Yeah, well,
she has a brother who passed away 3 years ago,
yes,
and she communicates with him. Sounds crazy.
Yeah. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. No.
But recorded it, and it's there. I will tell
I believe you 110%.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I got
absolutely, girl.
That's not crazy.
No. And
You know you on Knowledge is Love. Come
That's
on,
right.
I got you. I look, Uranus in the third house. It ain't crazy. You've probably been seeing that your whole childhood. All right.
You know, let me tell you.
Thank you for sharing.
We should all just pull up our chairs and talk about the things we've seen.
Yeah,
There's a lot.
I seen some stuff.
But
especially in the last few
beautiful.
years. No, it's been
And
positive.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean? It allows us to.
You know what's very humbling, you guys. I'm sure for a lot of us, there's times in life where we've heard stories and we're like, oh, they're crazy, or they're lying, or this or that, or whatever. And it's hard to believe what is unseen in the spiritual realm. But as you get older, and then as you open up your mind and explore spirituality and different knowledge and learning astrology or numerology or tarot or human design or whatever, you really start to have an open mind. And then as you put in the work, remember I told you Saturn Pisces to 2026, spiritual discipline, rituals, routines, healthy boundaries, put in the work, 15 to 30 minutes a day, put in the work. But when you do that, it does open up, and the veil is getting thinner for the collective, but the veil will get thinner for you as an individual, and you will start to see things energetically and spiritually. And I'm going to tell you, it's been eye-opening.
I just want to say thank you, Jennifer, because she said that's the first time she's ever told anybody that.
Well, thank you for sharing.
Thank you. That's beautiful.
It's humbling for me.
And you know what?
We love you here, Jennifer. Yeah.
Because I will tell you, when I think about in my life, how many times I wrote off the things that I was seeing, the things that I was being fed to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because we all have self-doubt.
So that's the thing. Let's not walk in doubt anymore.
Yeah.
Let's walk in
truth.
Our truth, in our power.
And our intuition.
We have also here, Yana came in. She said
Yana.
Hi. Is she new?
I think you're new. Nice to meet you.
Her Mars is in Aquarius.
Oh, another Mars in Aquarius. Make sure you protect the calf, ankle, shin, and Achilles tendon. Mm-hmm. Okay. But this was fun. I got to eat something, and I will see a lot of you tomorrow.
It's time.
Yeah, I'm a big old bear. When it's time for me to eat, I got to eat. But if you still want to sign up, email me tonight. I'll be sending out the Zoom link in about an hour. Coffee Talk, 2 hours, 4 p.m. Eastern, $20. We're looking at the solar eclipse chart for tomorrow and the lunar eclipse chart for the 28th. It's going to be a very, very, very good time. And you get to meet other like-minded people that love astrology, like Javanka and Bella, like Pauline, like Alex, like Robin and Roya, and all the different people that come, and the regulars, and Danny, you know what I mean? And so, and Adam. Yes. So,
And Miko just said, thank you for the wonderful night.
Oh, hey, Miko. You didn't tell me Miko was here.
I know, I missed her.
What's up, Miko?
But thank you
for
hanging. You've
Thank
been
you for
here
coming
all
back.
night.
Thank you, Miko.
I'm sorry. You got way up there in the feed, and I missed you.
Yeah,
I apologize.
I appreciate you guys. And if some of you guys came later, go rewind the beginning, because I really, broke down the Mars and Scorpio energy, how things can play out. We talked about this eclipse and just all that's going on. So I'm going to leave you with this. Don't get into overly intense emotional arguments. Mars and Scorpio at this time with this eclipse access, we can get into emotional fights about taking sides. And what we need to do is just pray for peace. Israel, Palestine, Gaza, Afghanistan, Morocco, Liberia, Maui, America. Let's not forget about our country. We need peace here. We need we need money here. We need, lower gas and food prices.
Let me just say this one thing real quick to Deborah. So Deborah says she's working tomorrow, so she won't be able to make it.
Okay.
But let me say this.
See you next month.
In relation to this, if he's ever doing a topic that is especially relevant,
you can still pay and get the recording.
Get the recording.
Yeah, I'm recording.
So I wouldn't say that for everything, but if it's especially relevant to you, it's worth it.
If it's important.
But also the thing is, with these coffee talks, they really are a type of learning experience.
Yeah.
Guys.
Because my people that come, I allow them to chime in. Javanka and Bella are perfect examples. They know so much about astrology,
Mhm.
and they bring their intuition and their insights and their spiritual gifts. And it just so happens Javanka and Bella are here, but I'm only speaking truth, because I would say this if they weren't here. They are so intuitive themselves, and have spiritual gifts. So they add to the interpretation, because it's not just an Eric show. I make it about building community where we, I lead it.
One day our website's going to get up and we have a whole section about the coffee talk, and the fact that it is about building
a collaborative,
that collective of people, because guys, we need each other.
And but also, you guys, energetically, it's the best way to learn, right? Think about classrooms. You should learn in a cipher, in a circle, the exchange of energy. So I love when Stephen or Pauline or Roya or Hope or Bella or Javanka chime in with insight, interpretation. Yeah, and it makes us, but astrology, it's all about the interpretation and the permutations, but really getting to the truth. So I love my Coffee Talk members, and they
loves the group too.
Yeah, I love it. It's so much fun. So like my wife said, Deborah, if you can't physically make it, you can still, email me, send the payment, and you will get the video, and you really won't miss a thing. Okay. Because it'll be like you were there. And I will even address you.
Yes. Javanka said we need to do a meet and greet one day.
Oh, definitely.
You know what? Okay, so so we have been manifesting this for a while, and it's still in the works. I mean, but we are really looking at creating a in-person retreat. We are pulling together breath workers. We are pulling together, other people.
Javanka, you're gonna have to take a couple breaks from the dogs and fly out to Arizona and share your psychic readings.
To do that, and we have been going back and forth. Do we do Sedona? Do we do someplace else? Do we There's some wonderful. I know some really fabulous hot spring places. Now it's a little bit more of a glamping kind of thing, but beautiful. We can rent an entire hot springs place with I think it's 7 to 10 different
villas or little places,
and it's a communal central area, so it's kind of camping.
It's something that we're going to be building.
It's really cool. We're looking at what we need to do. We are doing it. So yes, you are right on time with that comment, Javanka.
Yeah, it's something that is on our hearts. And
because we do want to get together, because there's a lot of love and a lot of connection here.
No, definitely. You guys are
You knew I would say that.
Yeah, soul family. Yeah, exactly.
Well, maybe we will. And you know what? There's somebody else that's down in Virginia that I have been having communication with, and I kind of dropped off, and life has just been.
She wants us to come down to Virginia and do a retreat down there. Yeah.
So she's saying DMV. We got Virginia. So maybe we do both, because our long-term goal is to really create something that would be across the country, because
and bringing light workers and healers together
in this space, and also being small self-funded entrepreneurs, self-funded people who just love. Is that we need support, what I mean? And as we learn things, and as we get different support, and we have the ability to, let's say, produce a workbook or produce a online video, or
lots are growing.
Yes, they are. But you know what I mean? So our goal is to be able to provide that backbone and support to anybody who wants to do an online course, who wants to do whatever it is. So we're putting these things in place to be able to offer it, to make our collective group strong. Yeah. Okay, guys? Because this world needs, they need our light.
It takes a village, y'all. It always does.
It always does.
So there are no accidents. And I just humbly thank all of y'all for birth chart readings, Coffee Talk, Bella, Christina, and Javanka, and Star.
How much is it for Coffee Talk?
It's $20.
$20, girlfriend.
Can't beat it. I mean, it's definitely worth more than that. But I want people to come.
Folks, I guess. Yes, absolutely.
So thank you, Intuitive Scorpio, and CG, and Deborah, and everybody coming. So. Like I said, please just just comment after it's over.
Yeah,
Share it. Share it on your Facebook, your
Share it
Twitter,
out.
your
Just share it
ex,
out. Get it
your
to
ex,
get it
whoever.
to people. And you know what? I'm gonna just say it. Send it to your friends and just say, please follow him. It's free. It's free and it takes a second, but it helps. Okay,
Yeah.
it helps.
Nah, you know I appreciate y'all. So have a blessed night.
Let me see what
I gotta eat and get to bed because I got a busy day tomorrow. I got astrology class and I got.
Oh my God, he double booked himself. So that means that I get to be in the 105-degree weather on metal.
It's in the
bleachers.
It's in the 80s.
It's hot as well. It's still hot. It's
Our son's got a football game tomorrow, and we got to go to make sure he's home anyway.
All right. Bye, guys. We love you.
Right.
Thank you. All right.
All right. Knowledge is love.
Knowledge is love.
166.